rise and shine time. Room service is here. It's a lazy sea day, so let's get some grub. Hi. How are you? Sorry. I love that Virgin room service is free, but there is a $10 delivery fee, but they do waive that if you order at least $10 in beverages. So that's why I always get these coffees. So I love a good sea day room service because we do a lot on port days. We really cram it in, as you probably have figured out. And I love the way Virgin does their room service. They put it, oh, it's heavy, in these bags, but I'll show you. Bati's asleep, of course, but it's less unwieldy. It's just a lot easier and more efficient. Okay, so I had to put the flash on to show you this bag. I love the way they do room service. It comes in these bags. You unzip the back here, and there are these little bowl things that make it super easy to compartmentalize all of the food without those bulky trays. And I always add to the order a couple of soft drinks that we save for later. So today we got cereal. I got scrambled eggs and bacon, and for Bati, the Nutella French toast with chicken sausage. And then I got a couple of pastries for him for later, and of course the coffees. So it is a beautiful sea day. I just want to show you this gorgeous view. Oh, it's a little humid out here. So tomorrow is Bimini, and so today we're just gonna kind of take it easy. We've had some action-packed days, as you can tell, and we do have a little meet and greet with some of our social media friends. So we're gonna go and do that and get some coffee. Desperately need some like real coffee because room service coffee ain't cutting it. And by the way, look at our cute little cruise ducks, and we did a little custom meetup door magnet. And Bati is repping his favorite team. They just
the best team.
And we are heading to the coffee shop, the Grounds Club, which is on deck 7. And if you're curious what Virgin does on a sea day, here is all of the activities. So a lot of the same stuff you expect on cruise ships, things like bingo, games, puzzles, stuff like that. So this is deck 7, which is where you enter the wake and the aft of the ship, but there's also a lot of the hangout spots. I really love Virgin's aesthetic and attention to detail. It's just really comfy and cozy, and it feels much more sophisticated than a lot of other cruise ships. Now, as I mentioned, this is the deck where it's kind of the hangout spot. So being a sea day, you'll find a lot of people playing games. They have these shuffle boards. Here's the social club. So this is where they do things like speed puzzles, stuff like that. Virgin also loves to make photo ops, which is cool. And here's our favorite spot, which is the Grounds Club or the coffee shop. And look, it's Kelly. We had coffee, did our meet and greet, and we decided to do lunch in the Galley. Now, they do have a lot of grab and go options, which is nice and convenient. But what I love, love, love about Virgin is how they do the buffet. And by that, I mean, they don't do buffets. It's not in the traditional sense. Everything is made fresh to order and it is served to you. No hands or people touching or sneezing all over food, which is one thing that always grosses me out and why I avoid buffets on cruise ships. They have a lot of different options like Diner and Dash, where they have all day breakfast. They have a Mediterranean option. They had bento bowls, which I showed you earlier, which is sushi, and a pretty nice variety of different types of food. And here's the daily mix, which is a salad concept. Now, a lot of people ask me about food allergies. I find that all cruise lines, including Virgin, do a really good job with food allergies. Every time we had a meal on Scarlet Lady, even here at the Galley, we were asked if we had any food allergies, and they had plenty of vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options. And by the way, that's what they call this. They don't call it the Lido or the buffet or the Windjammer. It's called the Galley. I also like that they have these little kind of pop-up concepts like Pops and Bubs. I'm gonna try the berry rosé. Oh, no, thank you. Here we go. Popsicle. Very good. Very cold though on my teeth. And here are some other options in the Galley. There is a taco spot. There's also a place called Hot Off the Press that serves sandwiches and things like paninis. And another reason I tend to avoid cruise line buffets is because they actually stress me out. All of the lines and the crowds and clamoring for a place to sit, and I never feel that way on a Virgin ship, and I really appreciate that. So I love that everything is basically freshly made and served to you, so there's not a lot of like hands and sneezing on things. But the problem is a lot of things are pre-made, so if you're more selective here like me, you can't really do a lot of the sandwiches because they have stuff on it that you can't take off, unfortunately. And I also like how when you want a beverage, including the free options, you just raise this little flag and they will come and give it to you. And if you're curious about the beverage options, it is Coke, but they're limited to Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Sprite, Fanta, and Seagram's Ginger Ale. But a little thing I love, they got that good ice. And so obviously one of the great things about Virgin Voyages cruises is like the no kids thing, right? But one thing that you don't see is a lot of folks doing door decorating. Now some people do, so you'll see fun stuff like this, but by and large, most people do not decorate their doors, and a lot of people don't hide ducks. So if you're into those things and you enjoy those elements of cruise culture, you will find them lacking on a Virgin cruise. Oh, and also no towel animals. So after lunch, we decided to go back to the room and just chill a little bit, catch up on some more emails, watch a movie. I snuck in a little nap, and we just had a nice relaxing sea day. I used to hate sea days, but I kind of love them now. Not gonna lie, my friends, today I was pretty wiped out and I had final grading, so I do work from the sea. I do work on cruises, and I had a bunch of grading to do, and it did kind of suck. But now, check this out. It's almost dinner time, by the way. Adjoining rooms, don't recommend them on a cruise. You can literally hear everything. Well, look at this view. Look at this view. Look at this view. I love the cotton candy sky this time of day. There is nothing like it. This is why I love cruising so much. This and a million other reasons. But anyway, one thing you should know too, Virgin does include free Wi-Fi, although they've recently changed their pricing structure and it's very confusing and I don't get it. I don't like it and I don't understand it. And I wish they hadn't changed it. But with the free basic Wi-Fi, that is not good enough for me to do the stuff that I need to do. So I did have to pay to upgrade to the higher level. Not the highest level, but the next level. And that level has been pretty adequate. But the free level, basically, it's good for browsing the internet and texting, basically. So if you're like me, you gotta work from sea, definitely budget for the upgrade. So dinner tonight is Pink Agave, which is their Mexican concept. So gotta grab Bati. Guess where he's at? No, he's not sleeping, he's in the bathroom. And then we're gonna go. So I love that Virgin doesn't do the traditional main dining room, but instead it's included specialty restaurants. But I kind of have a love-hate thing with the reservation concept. As I mentioned earlier, we raw dogged it on this cruise, didn't make any advanced reservations, and didn't book anything until our first day on the cruise. And I was able to get reservations at all of the spots. But it's kind of hard for me to predict in advance how I'm going to feel each day and what time I'm going to be hungry for dinner. So tonight our dinner was a little early at 5:45 p.m., which worked out just fine in this case. Now at Pink Agave, you're going to find their menu is split into small plates, medium plates, and large plates. And of course there are dessert options. So we got a little smattering of everything to taste test all the different options. It's a little chocolate taco. It's so cute. It's like a chocolate taco. Remember that? Throwback. But does it taste good? It tastes like disappointment.
Really?
Yeah. So we had a nice relaxing sea day. It's a beautiful night, as you can see. Unfortunately, we did not love our dinner at Pink Agave. So we're gonna head to the Galley for dinner number 2. What's your favorite food so far?
Acai bowl, acai bowl, whatever you pronounce it.
So we spent some time donating some money to the casino to invest in future free cruises. Because we didn't love our Pink Agave dinner, in fact, it was probably my least favorite of the restaurants. We went to the Galley, but didn't like those choices either. We decided to go and get pizza at the pizza place. Now, I do love that they're open until 2 a.m. and the pizzas are customizable and totally made fresh to order. And they hit the spot. Look at that. Look at that hardworking man. Oh, yeah. Pizza was top tier. Is your favorite cruise ship pizza?
It's a top 3 pizza for sure. Better than Carnival. Absolutely.
But not as good as MSC's in my opinion.
MSC is good too, but this was really good. This was really solid.
It was good. So Bati's got some emails. I'm going to actually edit this video. That's what I'm doing right now. And stay tuned because tomorrow we're going to be in Bimini.
Bimini, Bahamas. And check out how awesome this room is. Isn't it awesome? It's so awesome. I love it.
Pretty cool.